You can't kill my confidence, you think I give a fuck, that's what they do. You can't kill my confidence, you think I give a fuck, that's what they do. You can't kill my confidence, you think I give a fuck, that's what they tell me. All the fucks I ever gave.
Well, hello and good evening, everybody. How are we all doing? It is Wednesday evening, and once again, Wheel to Wheel is back. And I missed the first race of the season. Was a bit gutted, but had to do other things that were a bit more important, real world stuff. So I had to deal with that. But yeah, hopefully, I mean, by the looks of things, I've looked at the race stats and stuff like that, and I mean, quali seemed really good from Remote. Remote took pole, but couldn't hold on to the win. Eventually, Barmy Tick, I think, got P1. So Barmy currently, he is leading in the championship. That's why you can see him at the top, picking up 18 points, whereas Remote in at P2 got 17. But there is your top 20. Hopefully, we've got a few racing this evening to add a bit more points at the top, the bottom. But first race out of the way, now we move on to the second one. The second one, as it says, it is Belgium. It is round two. And let's get over to who is actually partaking this evening in the race. And then we'll move on. Then we'll have a look at the constructors, see what the constructors is saying. think I seen that Haas were topping it all. But so at this moment in time, from what I can see, we've got Dusty in the Red Bull. He's on his own. Ferrari have Sir with Face and Razza Gamer. Good to see Razza racing. McLaren have nobody. Mercedes have Ryan. Aston Martin have Fozzy. V-Carb, the team's not there. Knox, Desiree and Barmy Ticker in the Haas. Alpine, it's Finley Smith. He's on his own. And then in the Williams, Night Owl, he's on his own. There's nobody in the Kick Sauber. So it's looking a bit sparse this evening. I thought there'd be a few more attending, especially for Belgium. Belgium, really good track. It can be a bit long-winded, as it is, but probably I think it is the longest circuit on the F1 calendar. So that's what can really annoy people. But hopefully it's thinking. Yes, Razza, how's it going, mate? How are we doing? Hope you're well. Hope you're here to get the win here this evening, sir. I know you've been doing very well as of late, Mr. Razza Gamer. It's been a pleasure to watch. But yes, race 2. So I think Haas are leading the constructors at this moment in time. I think they've picked up the most points. Yeah, so Haas are on 25, Williams 24, Alpine 20, Racing Bulls, so the V-Carb in at P4. Red Bull P5, Ferrari P6, McLaren 7, Aston Martin 8, Mercedes are in 9th, and the Kick Sauber team are currently at the bottom of the pile. Need to pull off a good result here this evening if they can get someone driving in the car, that is. I mean, hopefully they've been able to get a few more drivers in. But Cormac is driving in the McLaren, so the McLaren will have a team. Well, have a driver at least. But with the drivers that are here, you're going to see still a very, very good race. There will be DRS trains. There will be swapping, especially if Remote turns up. I think you got Lou Pasture as well. I think he's actually racing this evening. I do remember commentating on Lou Pasture a while ago now. Had some good pace at the time. Not really seen him since, so can't really comment. Hopefully, he's still got the pace that he had. Where we'll see him fighting with the likes of like Barmy, Dusty, the rest of them. Where I used to know where he was around about. He was in them sort of battles. Like Barmy Tick got to take massive confidence after getting P2 in qualifying, then taking the win against Remote. Must have been a really good race. I am gutted that I missed it, but I bet they battled till the end. Two brilliant drivers up at the front leading the championship. Night Owl as well. You know, Night Owl, he's not slow. He can put the laps together as long as his connection stays strong, as he would say. But yeah, Finley Smith as well up there in the mix in at P4. So Finley going for it as well. Doing well. So let's try and get into the lobby. Let's see who actually attends, who turns up. Just get rid of all this shite. There we go. But yeah, as I said, like Barmy Tick, as you can see, leading the championship. There, do it that way. And can he extend his lead? It should be a good race here at Belgium. Like I said, regardless of the amount of drivers, there's still going to be a really good race. Let me just see if I've got the right hotkey. No. Have I now? Yeah. There we go. So we're just waiting for an invite. And we will get racing. Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. It was back to work for me today. After 2 days off. So just getting back into the swing of things, and it's quite busy, to be honest, actually, for a Wednesday. It's not usually that bad, but busier than normal. Oh. But how are we all doing? We've got Razza. Thank you, Rum and Monkey, for the follow near the beginning of the stream. Thank you so much. Massively appreciated. But yeah, there's not really. I mean, I wish I could say more to you about like the race. I should have bought that. I didn't even know if it was being streamed by anybody. I should have gone and watched like Raz's stream or something. Or I'm sure one of the lads would have been actually streaming it. But with the talent that's in this tier one, it had to have been pretty close racing, I would say, throughout. Might have been a gap here or there, but I don't see it being too big. It's always been fun watching the wheel to wheel lads. Obviously, last season, a few more people. Don't quite know what's happened in regards to attendance, especially like I said for Belgium. Belgium is a good track, but obviously life gets in the way. Sometimes you can't make races. It's just the way it is. It's very unfortunate. I'm sure we'd all wish that we could make every race possible. Like I wish I could do every bit of comms possible, but just don't work out logically, does it? Still got real world going on. I don't think I'm getting an invite yet. Razza, when you get in the lobby, chuck me an invite, bro. Just want an invite. Hey, but yeah, that's been my Wednesday. How have your Wednesdays been, people? I've got my driving test. Found out when that is. That's the 2nd of Feb. 2nd of Feb. Fucking hell, we've gone past that. The 25th of March. My driving test will be. Fingers crossed, people, that I passed. Hoping to pass first time, but if not, then it is what it is. I'm not going to take it as a thing. Yeah, I know I can drive. It's just they're very critical on the test, which could see me fucked over, to be honest. But I've got a good few weeks until that happens, so I can get some lessons in and just narrow down on things that I'm kind of lacking at the minute, which is not much, to be fair. Oh. But yeah, I have missed doing wheel to wheel. It's been a long time since we've had wheel to wheel on the channel, or we've done like any comms for wheel to wheel. It seems so long ago. It was literally last year now, but like the season didn't start again then till last week. So it's been a long time. I've done some racing in between, as you've probably seen if you followed the channel. You'll have seen that I've done racing in between for another league, but as soon as the comms get put back on and get like it's the I'm the barring any real world shit. Hello, can I have an invite, somebody, please? I don't think I'm gonna get an invite here, people. I hope I do. If not, it's all good. Dum dum dum. Oh, sorry about that. I was just reading messages there. Have they got a new commentator? I don't know. No, it's been said. Oh, let's give someone a message. Try and get in the lobby. There we go. Big Fozzie gives me the invite. We're in. Razza Gamer as well. Dropping the invite. Swedish. There we go. We're in. McLean tick. I honestly don't know how many. I think it's 15. They've managed to get together. I'm not 100% sure. Everybody's asking for somebody to race because they've not checked in. And they're asking, can they race? That's all I'm seeing from chat at the minute. That's all that is going on. I just can't wait for this one to get underway. Should be a pretty good race. Like I said, McLean and Lou, I have commentated on in the past, but since then, I have seen races where they've taken part, and they fit in well with every single one of them races that are on the screen there. Like, this should be a very, very close pack. Should be a good qualifying as well. And see some pretty decent times. Will this be a safety car foul? I doubt it. I don't see it being anything like that. We've seen nothing but good racing here at Wheel to Wheel. I think we should be getting going soon. I don't know whether this is, I think I only counted 11 in the attendance. It's random grid. Eh? Oh, snap. There's a twist. I didn't even know that. No info, no nothing. That's probably me not reading it, but yeah, well, by the looks of things on the screen, people, qualifying is off, and from what I'm seeing in the chat, it's random grid. So we do not know who's going to be starting first. Neither do the lads. Are they hoping that there's someone slow at the back, or are they hoping that there's someone quick at the back so they can kind of hold them up? And I mean, in reality, they'd want Barmy at the back, wouldn't they? Barmy's currently leading the championship after race one, so I think if you're anybody else on the grid, you want in Barmy to start at the back here, try and pick up as little points as possible, and then everybody else is hoping that they start in front of him. It's the main person you've got to kind of target in the championship, innit? Especially when, race one, you want to be chasing them down. They're the person they're the target that you got to set yourself to chase down and to beat every race if you can. But this should be a really, really good race. Very interesting. With the people that are here, it's going to be pretty hard to call who's going to get quality. Remote's not here. Belgium. I've seen Dusty do a pretty quick time at Belgium before. So I think Dusty may have a chance at taking pole here. If I was to edge my bets, Fozzie's going to be in there. He's going to be in that mix. So we'll see. So it looks like we have only 11 drivers. I don't know what's going on with this lobby. What are they doing with it? Some people are complaining about it. Some people aren't. Some people are going to say like 30 minutes, which well 40, but still nonetheless going to be done before 9. Oh my god! Come on, only 11. All right, easy lead past you. How's it going, mate? I was talking about you before. Just saying how it's been a while since I've commentated on you. Hope you're well. Um, I'll just say I pass out with like I heard the news through the grapevine of F1 Discords. And I just yeah, hope you're okay, mate. That's all I'll say. Yeah. Not doing too bad, mate. To be honest, cracking on, getting on with doing comms. I'm like just enjoying it. Enjoy being me. Just me on my own. No more worries or anything like that. So I'm happy being in my own little bubble, and I'm happy there. But yeah, I hope you have a good race, mate. Be the first time I've commentated on you in God knows how long it's been. It's been a while. Babe, can I ask a favour? If there's another one. Cheers, babe. Right, so it looks like we've got 12. So one more. It's an improvement compared to what it was. So 12 lads trying to tackle Belgium. Who comes out on top? We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, not too bad. Had the funeral last week. It was good. Good to hear it, mate. I did set an hello that I was like sorry to hear because I remember we had a chat on that one time. But yeah, I'm glad you're all right, mate. That's the main. That's the main thing. I'm glad he had a good send off. 22. That's random grid as well. I mean, you've won the lottery if you like starting first, and you probably wouldn't have been. I mean, it's going to be close. Even if there was a qualifying, I think this is still ridiculously close to call between a few drivers. Are you welcome, Lee? Very much, my darling. Right, so we're on the 10-second countdown now, people. And, yep, random grid. We'll give the lads, obviously, they'll have a couple of minutes just to sort out the setups and put everything on. But, I mean, who knows who's going to win this one with it being such a random grid? It's going to be so close. I think throughout the grid that I don't think it's going to matter too much where they are because I think we're going to see a lot of potential. potential overtakes, getting better exits, you know, going for that move, especially after Radion and a Rouge. The DRS straight there, very powerful. Get a good exit and good run at the top of the hill into the DRS zone. You've just got that speed against the person who's in front. So yeah, looks like there's a Williams. There's definitely a Ferrari in P3. There's a Mercedes P6. And I think there's another Ferrari behind the Mercedes. You can just see on the left-hand side. See a couple of the cars lined up there. Should have wrote down who was in what teams. We could have had a bit of a guess. But as I said, I can't see a Haas there. There could be one on the other side. Could be. I mean, Barmy could be sat up there, but have the lads kind of got a good jump on Barmy Tick here? Is Barmy gonna have to try and work his way through and show, raw pace and try and score some good points, or is it just going to be too close to the grid? Because I mean, imagine if these lot stick together and they're going up a Radion and a Rouge, and how many overtakes you're going to see going down there. People trying to get in front. Are we going to see them just settle in? I mean, you want to try and move up, not stay where you are. You want to try and keep moving up a couple of positions. So I really expect this to be an absolutely cracking race with the lads that are racing. They don't trip over each other. I think we're gonna be in for a real treat here. There's gonna be a really good race. But I think we'll be going shortly. I don't know how long they gave them. That long. So there's a Haas in P2. Is that Barmy Tick? The lights have gone out, and it is Barmy. Barmy in at P2. That's a good start for him, with him leading the championship. And plus, Remote's not here. Barmy's... What's happened to Barmy Tick? He dropped all the way to the back. Why did he do that? Anyway, back up to racing. You've got Night Owl in at P1. Fozzie's in at P2. You've got Lou Pastu. He was in the Mercedes, fighting with with Face. Can he go around the outside? He'll have the inside for the next corner. Great move by Lou Pastu there to swoop in into P3. That's a great move from him on the Ferrari driver. Raza Gamer, the other Ferrari driver, throwing it down the inside on his teammate. Great move from him. Could have been good teamwork there from the Ferraris. I think Sir with Face realising that Raza Gamer may be the quicker driver out of the two, and let Raza through to try and stay in that battle up at the top. But Lou Pastu's already on the charge, people. P2. Fozzie is on the hard compounder tyres, so that's why Lou Pastu's probably got past Fozzie at the minute. Because the mediums, they won't be far off temperature, especially around this circuit. It's like a minute 40 plus lap. So, Night Owl probably feeling a bit comfortable at the minute. You know, he's got a 4.5 tenth gap, 5 tenth gap now. But to feel really comfy, you'd want that gap to be a lot bigger, so the person didn't get DRS in behind you. We've got Fozzie still in the Aston. Is he feeling pressure from the Ferrari? Raza Gamer looking very racy on the back of the Aston. Is he going to go for the move into turn one? He has the inside line here, the Ferrari. They're going to switch. Has Fozzie got... Yeah, I think he's got the bit more pace coming out of the corner than the wider exit. So more car to put across the track, pretty much. A lot more acceleration he would have ended up with. But here we go. Raza Gamer now. He's going past Fozzie. He's got the inside. It gets through. Nice move there from Raza. Timed it perfectly going into that corner. Left enough space between himself and the Aston to not get any damage as well. Great move. As Barmy Tick has managed to get up into P8 after dropping all the way back. And he could find himself back in the DRS train if he can just keep pushing. He's going to be in it. So it's worked out pretty good for Barmy. I don't know whether he meant to drop all the way to the back. Is he just going to show us just raw pace here and just climb his way up through this very quick top 6? But Barmy is catching. Whether he's used a lot of ERS to do so at the minute to get within DRS range, probably the case with the Ash driver, but at least he's there now. And he will get DRS down the main straight here. It's all going on up at the front. Raza Gamer in at P3. I think there might have been a small amount of contact with the Mercedes there going into turn 1. But this is getting feisty up at the front. Night Owl's having to defend heavily from Lou Pasteur. The Ferrari, they all fly up the hill in unison there. Look at them, all in the slipstream. Lou Pasteur's going to have an easy move here on Night Owl. He was right on the rear of the slipstream and the DRS. Night Owl drops down to P3. There's 2 positions down the straight there due to the DRS. Shows how strong it is moving down that straight. And Raza just followed through in the slipstream to put himself in at P2. So Barmy just needs to get past Sir with face. ASAP Rocky. And then he will be in DRS range of that top 6. I didn't see Sir with face before. I thought he was very close to him. But we'll keep an eye on the progress of Barmy Tick as he makes his way through these laps. Can he get up into the fight for a podium? I mean, I've seen him do it. He has got the pace. I have seen him do it, so don't doubt Barmy Tick here at Belgium this evening. He can definitely do some damage here in this race, showing some strong pace. As Dusty Bassoon in at P5, the lonely Red Bull on circuit this evening. No teammates, so he's got to do it all for the Red Bull team. Healthy amount of points for both the Drivers' Championship and the Constructors. Fozzie's probably the one who's in the better position. I mean, he's on the hards. He's been able to stick with Night Owl, Lou, Raza. I've honestly thought Dusty would have tried this move. Not the move, the tyre strategy. But look at, like, it shows that the hards are... I mean, unless Dusty's had a bit of a moment there, I think the hards are steadily becoming the quicker time. I mean, look how close Fozzie is now. He is very, very close to the front 3. I mean, the hards, they're probably only going to go till about, I'd say lap 9, lap 10 at the most. Probably lap 9. And then run the rest of the laps on the hards. Fozzie can go till quite late with the hards. But it just looks like advantage hard strategy at the moment. Fozzie just looks like he has the better grip with the Aston. The Aston, sorry. Aston Martin, not Aston. Grizzly, Raza is on drugs. What the fuck? How's he at the front again? Hey, mate. Raza Gamer is coming for it, bro. Taking no prisoners is Raza. But yeah, Barmy now on the back of Dusty Bassoon here. Did he manage to get the DRS there? I don't think he did. But Barmy's still looking rapid. Looks like he's got a good setup than mediums. The mediums don't seem to be wearing he seems to be that little bit quicker, Barmy, with the medium compounder tyres. Yes, he is going to get DRS there, so hopefully he can close up to this top 7 now. There's no he drops. I'm watching the wrong times with you people. I do apologise. I thought Barmy was right at the bin, but McLean in the other Mercedes, he's clinging on to a Barmy tick here. Can these two work together, try and help pull themselves up into that top battle? Night Owl and Lou Pasteur have gone past Razagame. That's what you're going to see. You're going to see more, the two, if they're close, you know, getting past that person in P1. They've got no DRS. These, the Mercedes and the Ferrari will be slipstreaming up Radion and Rouge to get a better exit than the Williams, have more pace, leading into the DRS straight, which will make it a really easy overtake going down that DRS section. As we all know, Belgium, one of the longest, well, it is the longest circuit on the F1 calendar. You're looking at 1 minute 45s, I think, 46s for the lap times at this moment in time. Yeah. So, a very long lap. That's why it's only 22. But I know these lads could probably do a full race like this and just... It's a really good grid. It's just a shame that there's only 12, because this could have been one hell of a battle. You throw a couple of other drivers that didn't turn up into this, and them gaps are like filled. And I think we would have seen a lot of action coming down this DRS straight. As we see the Aston Martin in the background fighting. So Fozzie and Jacob having a little bit of a tussle there for position. You've got Dusty trying to get down the inside of Jacob. But Jacob gets through. Dusty just has to settle in. Barmy just can't get close enough. 1.8 seconds. He was making good inroads, but just can't seem to reach that top 6 to get involved in that battle. I think if it stands, if Night Owl wins, I think Night Owl does take the lead. Even if Barmy got the P7. So let's hope Barmy can move up some and get that position. Get a couple better points. Keep that lead in the championship. I would have loved to watch the Remo and Barmy battle, because I know Remo is really quick, and I know the battle would have been absolutely brilliant between the pair. Razagame just dropped to P5. Fozzie and Jacob both going through there. Is this the moment the Hards take the lead of the race? We'll see what they're like going up through Radion and Rouge, if they can get closer to the back of the front two. Looks like Jacob's got a pretty good go up at Radion and Rouge, and he looks like he's on the grass. There's contact between himself and Fozzie there. Fozzie just closed the door a bit, but Jacob goes through. Jacob up into P3 with Lou Pasteur in at P1 and Night Owl now P2. Dusty just seems to be struggling a bit to hold on to this front pack. It's like he's almost bridging the gap for Dusty to get back in. I mean, Barmy to get back in. But there's just not enough time there to do it. McLean, 3-second time penalty. McLean and Sir with face, the only one with penalties so far here in this race. You're right, Jonesy. So yeah, Lou doing well. Fozzie in at P4. Them Hards should, you can see that they're getting so close. And Jacob's literally, it looks like he's forcing his way through. He's pushing that Mercedes down the straight there into turn 1. I mean, the final couple of corners, sorry. So yeah, Lou has got 2 hard compound of tyre racers right in behind him, trying to get past. They're going to have the better run out of Radion and Rouge. You probably see Lou drop down to P3 at the end of this sequence through the DRS. Not going to be able to... There's not going to be much of a defence. Jacob yet again on the grass. Looked like Fozzie were going to go for it there, but Jacob once again tries going down the inside left. Ends up on the grass. We've seen the same thing when he was battling Fozzie. Fozzie now sensing an opportunity. Is down the inside on Lou Pastiu. You can just tell that the hard's got so much more grip. Lou just could not hold on to that inside to try and block Fozzie off. Just slowly drifted out. Fozzie's seen the space. And he took advantage of it. Now Fozzie and Jacob, the hard runners, up into the lead of the race. Probably going to see Lou Pastiu pit now, as to not get undercut by Razza. Or has Razza gone a bit earlier? We've seen it from Razza the other night. Went a lap earlier. Got a bloody good out lap. And managed to, yeah, go on and take the win. Very, very good win. It was. I think he had like an 8-second gap in the end. Brilliant. But Lou Pastiu staying out, staying with the hard runners. Trying to go for maybe a lap or two longer, so he's got the freshest hard compounder tyres till the end. As long as he can stay in DRS, he's right. If he starts to find himself dropping out too much, then it's definitely time to pit. I think he's probably got a lap, maybe 2, with the DRS before Fozzie and Jacob like pull away. Because those mediums are going to be... They're not going to be in the greatest, or feeling the greatest, on lap 9. So we've got McLean in the other Mercedes, holding on to P6, holding on to the DRS of Barmy Tick here. Been sat there for a number of laps now, just getting pulled along by Barmy pretty much. Barmy had some good pace earlier on, helped, you know, pull Ryan along, but it settled down. The tyres just didn't have it in them anymore. A Sir with face, retired safety car. Well, well, well. Razza's undercut ain't going to pay off now, is it? Oh, Razza's going to be gutted. That's through his undercut out the window. I mean, but Jacob and Fozzie, it's going to be an hard thingy to do 11 laps on mediums. I mean, they could have easily got past in 8 laps, I think. So it's going to be a tough cut. It's going to be a tough ask, this, for Jacob and Fozzie to go to the end on mediums. I mean, I know we've got laps under safety car, but still, them hards are going to be so much quicker come the end of the race. And I think the hards feel better around Belgium, to be honest. Especially on that second stint like now. Can Fozzie keep the tyre life? Can he keep it, you know, got to keep it minimal percentage while he's under safety car, if none. Just keep that tyre life. Oh, was Lou Pastiu's hit there on the exit? I think Razza Gamers just knows he managed to sneak through. Who's he got to stay behind? Oh, he's behind Lou Pastiu, so he's managed to get out in front of Dusty. His tyres are going to be a little bit warmer. We're going to be able to get him up to temperature a bit quicker than the likes of Lou Pastiu. Dusty pursuing Barmy Tick. But Barmy's right in it now. And Barmy was showing some really good pace early on. So Barmy could potentially, if he drives like I know he can drive, he could get a podium easily. Easily. But then you could also say the same for Lou, Fozzie, Razza, Barmy, Night Owl. So, and this is not a dig at McLean, but I'm not going to say I don't see McLean winning a lot of races. I haven't seen him winning races, so I'm just going off the people that I've seen winning win championships. Like I say, it's no disrespect to Finlay either or to Trey Andre. It's just, or Knox. Mind you, Knox has had a few wins and had some pure podiums. So, like Knox Desiree on his day, he can be there. So we've lost with Face. This is the reason why the safety car is out here this evening. And this will probably be the last lap, I would say. Safety car should be coming in. I think the McLaren would catch up easily. Oh, staying out. So another lap on the safety car. I definitely thought they might have called that. Pack would have slowed down. McLaren would have caught up easily. But we could see a very healthy DRS train here. It all depends on if someone gets caught napping. If they get caught napping on the restart, the gap can form easily with the pace of these drivers. Easily, just gap can be instantaneous. So they all need to be on it on that safety car restart. They need to be trying to read what's happening at the front. So, this will be one. Dusty's pitted again. Has Dusty come back out on fresh mediums? Dusty has come back out on fresh mediums. Be on the freshest mediums, freshest tyres. Overall, we got Jacob up into P1, Fozzie P2, Lupastu 3, Razza 4, Barmy 5, Night Owl 6. Pick me a winner just out of them 6. Honest to God, it could be any one of them. Could even be Dusty. Like, if Dusty pulls his socks up and makes his way through the pack, like, rapidly, then... Like I said, this grid, these drivers that are on it at this minute, anybody can get the podium. I think Sir with Face caused that gap. Which we'll see if it proves me wrong. There's nothing against Sir with Face. I really wish I knew what the name was. So I don't have to say that, Sir with Face. But yeah, I think the gap just formed there and Barmy just couldn't get it back. So now he has his opportunity. Let's see if Barmy tick. See if he can show us why he is. I mean, there's only been one race, but he is leading the championship. And I know Barmy, he won't want to lose any points to anybody that's in behind him in the championship. So he's going to try and get first. And I think he's got the pace too. Really, really good driver. Blue Pasture could be a big, you know, brick wall in that. Fozzie as well. Razza's found amazing pace. But here we go. Jacob has gone. And I think they've all read that pretty nicely. Timed it well. Razza's not had the greatest of final corners there. Razza just caught a bit unawares there on the final corner. Just dropped back a bit from the pack. Not too much. He's still within DRS, but he's not as close as the others. But Jacob has looked pretty quick. So can Jacob gap Fozzie? Could we see this happen to Fozzie? We've seen it where Fozzie's gapped the circuit. Are we going to see Fozzie gapped here and Jacob being able to just mosey on and win this one here with just 10 laps of racing to go? Knox Desiree passed by Finlay. They're already off. So the top 7 are in the DRS train of their own. And this battle between Finley and Nox Desbray was pretty fierce. It was side by side for a long time. You've got the Red Bull of Dusty Bassoon trying to throw it down the inside on Nox Desbray. Nox Desbray runs wide off the circuit. But Nox not giving up here. Does not want to relinquish the position to Dusty, but Dusty sweeps through. And now Dusty Bassoon needs to get past Finley and then try and get within DRS range. Can he do what Barmy couldn't? Can he get back onto that DRS train, that top 7? No one's made any moves up at the front so far. They've all stayed as is. Barmy, he's looking really quick. Fozzie with the fastest lap of the race, a 143.854. DRS enabled, so now we're going to see some switches of positions. Lou Pasteur dropped out of DRS to the front runners. Is he going to be able to get it again? He's using the RS here to try and keep it. I think he might just have grabbed it there, Lou Pasteur. Yeah, he does. That's lucky for him. He needs to close right up now. But with the front two having Fozzie having DRS, it just pulls them further away. And Lou's still out of DRS range. If you can just stick with the back of them. Oh, as Barmy Tick has got past Razza. Dusty with a time penalty. But Barmy Tick wasting no time. Up into P4. He gets past Razza Gamer. He did look the quicker out of the two. Was putting Razza under heavy pressure going into the final chicane. But Lou Pasteur just 1.2 seconds is the difference between him and second place. And with the laps on foot, if Lou can just not drop too far back, or if he had, like, let's say Barmy right on his rear where they could trade under DRS and get themselves onto the back of their mediums, because that's what they're going to have to do. Just look at the gap, 1.6. Tell you what, Jacob must be rapid because he's pulling Fozzie along. Fozzie's just tucked right into the slipstream. What did she do that? All right. Sorry about that. Bloody child slamming the door. So let's move a bit further back. We've got Finley Smith and Nox Desbray. Nox is going to be looking to put Finley under pressure down the DRS straight here. As the Haas driver got the pace, DRS active, Finley just letting him through there. And that's it. Nox Desbray up into P9 now. Looking to try and chase down Dusty Bassoon. Dusty has that penalty though as well, which is not going to help him. He's on the back of McLean. Dusty has actually managed to get in DRS range. What? Hang on. How's Jacob 1.8 seconds ahead of Fozzie? And why is Lou Pasteur down in P5? Have I just lagged? Because something's definitely happened to Lou Pasteur. But it seems to have had a knock-on effect with Fozzie. Like, I'm just lost. I don't know what. That's why it's always good to have two pairs of eyes. Can't watch everything though. That's what I hope that we be able to do, like, in the future with F1. Like, you're able to have, like, as a commentator, multiple screens where you just see the main screen and we just have a couple of little screens with different battles on that we can flick to. That would be something good. So, Barmy, he dropped to the back and now he's on the podium chasing down Fozzie. But Lou Pasteur, yeah, has been... He was in P3. And now he finds himself P6, Lou. Lou just dropping further and further back. Night Owl gets past. It's not good for the Mercedes driver, just losing position after position here. Was in at P3, now finds himself P6. Barmy take 2 seconds off Fozzie. Fozzie's pretty much 2 seconds off Jacob. Jacob's just got away. There must have been something that happened. I think if you was to read it right, Fozzie was very close to the back of Jacob. So either Fozzie's lost it and there's been contact with him and Lou, or Fozzie's dropped it in the corner and then Lou's done the exact same thing the next corner. That's the only predicament I could see causing Lou to be that far down. I mean, he's obviously not got damaged, so I think he's just spun. But this looks like it could be an easy win for Jacob. Here now, nice 1.8 second gap to Fozzie. And Fozzie's just not able to catch Jacob. Jacob's keeping that consistent gap lap after lap. 1.8 seconds since he's got this healthy lead that he has. The battle pretty much now is for P3. And you've got 3 big guns. Well, 4 big guns battling for that. You've got Razza, Barmy, Night Owl, and Dusty. I mean, that is some heavy artillery. Throw Lou Pasture in there as well. That is one handy little section of drivers. And as long as, I think if Lou Pasture can get his composure again, it just don't, I don't know, the car just doesn't seem as quick. Like, it's like his car has ultimately lost pace. It's a weird one. Jacob is just on his bicycle. Jacob taking no prisoners here. 2.3 seconds now, the gap for Jacob. We're on lap 16, going into lap 17. And Jacob is just, he's just running away with this race. He's gapping Fozzie. Found another 7 tenths on that lap. Keeps going at that. He's going to have at least a 5-second gap to Fozzie come the end of this. Maybe more. So here we go again. Is Barmy going to be able to take P3 back from Razza Gamer? He's tucked into the slipstream. He's bringing Night Owl with him as well, though. Razza could lose 2 positions here. Down the straight. Dusty's having a little look. He's just not going to be close enough. And now Dusty on the back of this. Lou Pasture's still there. The Mercedes driver's holding on to DRS here. So it looked like the strategy paid off for Jacob and Fozzie so far. Being on the hards. That safety car in the mid-range of when they should pit and shouldn't pit. They are on the mediums though as well, so they could, Barmy could close up to them, but it's just how much their mediums are going to die by the time Barmy gets there. We've got Knox Desiree, he just can't seem to stick with the back of McLean. He's trying to push, trying to get there, but he's just on that edge. 1.3 seconds. Finley Smith, he's 3.5 seconds back from Knox, and then Trey Andre. Just a lonely race for the McLaren driver sat at the back of the grid. Finds himself 8 seconds off the back of Finley. So is Razza gonna get another position? Can Luke, did I just see damage on the Mercedes? Ah, right, so it is damage to Lou Pasture, so that's why it was dropping so far back. Now I get it. I couldn't see it on the thingy, but there must have been contact between himself and Fozzie then. Has to have been. Or, as I say, he's dropped it in a corner where Fozzie has, but Fozzie's come out with no damage. Managed to walk away from it. Wait a tick. Night Owl 1.6. Has Fozzie made another mistake somewhere? And Jacob has a time penalty as well. If these tyres drop off enough, if Night Owl can get within DRS range, got 4 laps to go, it's going to be a big ask. Is he going to be? I don't think Night Owl can. Fozzie's just got to keep this consistent pace that he's got now. But lap after lap, their mediums are just going to be fading corner after corner. I think Night Owl could potentially be in DRS range for the final lap. Or maybe Barmy. Depends who's in that DRS. Raz has been passed by Dusty. So Dusty Bassoon making moves. He is on the fresher mediums. So they'll still have a bit more life in them than Fozzie's. Here goes Barmy. Is Dusty going to get past as well? Dusty now down the inside. Up into P4. Great move there on Night Owl. As a game has just seemed to have lost a few positions as well. Has he just settled for this, or is he on the recharge? Has he got something in the works? Again, we'll have to wait and see. It's just a shame for Lupastri. Lupastri was doing really well in the race. Picked up damage. You know, hats off to him. He's carrying on. That's what you like to see. But he could have had a podium. He would have literally had a podium out of this one. McLean retires from the session. DNF. Was that on track? Or was that just into the corner? Don't think we're going to see anybody pit. It's pretty much pointless. But everybody's deciding to go in. Okay. All for one and one for all. Fresh softs for everybody. There we go. That's everybody pitted. All 10 drivers on the sauce. Jacob's gotta feel a little bit good here, because this 3-second time penalty could cost him heavily. Has Lupastri managed to get a new wing on? I think he has. Yep, new wing on the Mercedes. So Lupastri will try and make some moves. Can he get a podium? We've got Dusty with a penalty in front of him. So potentially this could go Fozzie, Barmy and Night Owl so far, due to Jacobs and Dusty's time penalties. That's the potential we're looking at here. Fozzie, Barmy and Night Owl. They're the ones that are in for the podiums. Still, Razagamer could still get it. Lupastri, I mean, he makes some moves early on. Uses that ERS. They're all going to be doing it because we'll only get this lap under safety car now. I doubt it's staying out more than this one, because the McLaren is all caught up. Literally going to have 2 laps of racing. Who wins? I'm saying Raza can get the podium. I think he can get it. But again, it's how the restart goes. So jump on board with Jacob as he leads the pack, controls the pack as the safety car makes its way into the pit lane. He can take as much, well, not as much time as he wants, but he can lead the pack at a nice slow pace, get the tyres warmed up. Safety car in the pit lane. And here we go, Jacob's gone. Barmy again. I know that was Raza last time, and Barmy just got caught napping just a little bit there. There's Dusty looking to put pressure on into turn 1. Dusty down the inside. And they're letting Jacob, like, have a free podium here. Barmy in at P6. Lou Pastu's on the back of both our Haas drivers. Lou in the slipstream and knocks Desiree. Pulls out. He's got the inside line for the corner. Small bit of contact. Lou outside line. He'll have the inside for the next. Gets in front of the Haas driver there. Fozzie still looking strong for the lead here. Dusty Bassoon trying to close the gap. Trying to minimize the damage with that 3-second time penalty. But Raza could be set for a podium. Barmy's very close to the back of him though. We've seen Barmy make a move on Raza earlier on in the race. But yeah, Jacob just doesn't seem as quick now. I mean, it might be because Fozzie's tucked into that slipstream, but Dusty, he is trying to get involved for that top spot. I think they might even get DRS down the straight here. Dusty with the fast that Lou Pastu then takes it away from Dusty. Dusty needs a good exit here. They all do, because this is the last time that the DRS is going to be activated in this race. And I think Fozzie is going to get past Jacob here. It's going to be an easy move down the DRS straight. There you can see that it is activated on the Aston. The Aston Martin making the move to the inside. Jacob's got to go around the outside, try to keep the position, but he just can't. The Aston Martin swoops through up into the lead of the race on the final lap. So that's a guaranteed P1 for Fozzie. Night Owl P2. And Barmy ticks past Raza. Barmy pushed off the podium. I mean, Raza pushed off the podium so far. He's got 2 sectors to try and get past back past Barmy Ticket to try and get the podium. Can he do it? Has he saved up enough ERS? Oh, he loses the Ferrari a bit there. Trying to push hard is Raza Gamer. Oh, Fozzie up at the top. Jacob's fighting him back. Jacob not surrendering this race win. Fozzie inside line. It will be the outside for the final corner. Who's going to win this? They're round the final. It's very close as they make their way up to the line. It's Fozzie. Fozzie wins. That was so close. I mean, if that would have been, if Jacob would have had that time penalty, that would have been one hell of a close finish there. Great battling between Fozzie and the lad. It was absolutely brilliant. Jacob, just great fighting. Raza Gamer, well-deserved driver of the day. But yeah, it got very interesting in that final corner. Jacob did not want to give it up on track, even though he knew he had that 3 seconds. I mean, he might have been fighting it that hard because he didn't, he didn't feel like the 3-second time penalty was deserved. So, who knows? But he walks away with the win. What a great win from Fozzy. And Jacob just trying to hold on in the end. Barmy Tick walks away with another podium, so that'll be good for his progress in the championship. But yeah, brilliant race here at Wheel to Wheel. Shame about the numbers, as we said in the beginning. Let's hope next week more people can attend the race, because that was one hell of a stacked grid and some great racing throughout the grid there. Yeah, brilliant race here this evening at Belgium. Regardless, I mean, the 12 lads put on a show, and that's what you want to see. So brilliant from the lot of them. Right, well, that is going to be me for this evening. It has been a great race here this evening at Wheel to Wheel. Fozzy takes it. Night Owl P2. Barmy Tick P3. Driver of the day, Razza Gamer. Lou Pastu could have been a note up in all that. He did do well, just picked up damage. Find out in the chats after where that happened. But yeah, overall, great evening of racing. Take care of yourself, people.